Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if I might have your attention, only coaching personnel out on the field, you must have a coaching card or you're not permitted on the field surface. All team personnel on the field must have a coaching card or you cannot be on the playing surface.
From the hustling and bustling skyline just outside of the Walt Whitman Bridge here in Gloucester City, from the J.A. Lynch Turf Field, brand new facilities here in Gloucester City, it's the first of 4 championship games in the West Jersey Youth Football League. All the hard work from this season, all the adversity, all the triumphs have come down to this 11-hour or so event as the 85-pound Gloucester City Mustangs, kind of on home turf if you will be facing off against the Northern Burlington Greyhounds, as you can see on the bottom of your screen. Both of these teams the top 2 seeds in the 85-pound division, and one of them will go home a champion. 4 titles will be crowned today, and 4 teams will go home in second place. I'm Dan Wilkins, your play-by-play broadcaster for the West Jersey Youth Football League's Championship Weekend. We hope you all had a good Thanksgiving on Thursday, and now that we stand here at around 10:50 in the morning on Saturday, November 27th, we have our championship games just about to get underway. Gloucester City and Northern Burlington, they are next.
Number 22, Steve Adamski. Number 10, Julian Beatty. Number 55, Liam Bissinger. Number 99, Jackson Busan. Number 33, Declan Davis. Number 25, Lamar DuBose. Number 11, Manny Gonzalez. Number 3, Elijah Grant. Number 5, Caden Hughes. Number 15, Luciano Irizarry. I thought this guy was on the Raiders. Number 20, Deshaun Jackson. Number 13, Cody Lawler. Number 11, Joseph Mariana. Number 8, Chase Martinez. Number 23, Ryan Moore. Number 21, Bo Mall. Number 17, Jamal Rett. Number 2, Caden Rojas. Number 9, Irene Rudolph. Number 4, Colin Smith. Number 6, Aiden Smith. Number 48, Brianna Smith. Number 18, Alicia Torres. Number 12, Dylan Walker. Number 1, Macklin Weber. And number 7, Giselle Whitehouse.
So Gloucester's public address person has addressed both sides and has announced both rosters as we are just a few minutes away from getting underway from J.A. Lynch Field. I'm Dan Wilkins of Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. We hope you enjoy today's festivities. We're going to have games running basically all throughout the morning and afternoon. It's 11 a.m. for this game, 1 p.m. for the 100-pound game, and for 3 p.m. it's the 115-pound game, and then at 5 p.m. is the all-inclusive, basically the crown jewel of these championship weekends, the 140-pound division. And before we begin, a very gratitude-filled thank you to the West Jersey Youth Football League, the league presidents, the league officials, who have allowed me to have this opportunity to broadcast this year's championship weekend right here from the absolutely beautiful brand new facilities here in Gloucester City at J.A. Lynch Field.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask if you would please stand.
And they will perform the national anthem.
As we play our national anthem. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Big thanks to our flag bearer out there. I'd be asking you to kindly remain standing. We have a very special announcement and request. Ladies and gentlemen, last Friday, Gloucester High School in the community of Gloucester was given the tragic news of the sudden passing of senior Chris Kuno, who was tragically lost as he was on his way to school here at Gloucester High. On behalf of the league, we'd ask if you would kindly join us to honor the memory of Chris and join us in a moment of silence. Thank you. Now let's play some football.
You heard the man. It's football time, championship edition. This one's going to be fun. And as you heard, Gloucester had a tragic loss where a high school senior, Chris Kuhnell, unfortunately passed away very suddenly. I did not know him personally, but I know people who did. You know, I'm classmates with fellow people who knew Chris, and of course we keep Mr. Kuhnell and his family in our prayers and condolences as we go into this championship weekend. Of course, always very difficult to have A loss that sudden for somebody that young, just a high school senior. Very, very tragic. Northern Burlington and Gloucester City. Northern Burlington will kick off. Gloucester City, the Mustangs, they will return. The Greyhounds out of Mansfield Township, about 40 minutes away. The kicker motions to his left, motions to his right, and we are underway in the 2021 Championship Weekend. Gloucester picks it up on the left side, and being taken down at the 40 is number 9, Nyrene Rudolph. And we are underway in championship football. So they'll line it up from right about the 40.
First and 10 for their own 40.
Being taken down with really no gain whatsoever. It'll be second down.
Set for a loss of about 1 yard. Martinez on the carry for Gloucester.
So the 85's quarterback out there, number 1,
For the Mustangs.
Mr. Macklin Weber. They're going to line this one up here for a 39 at a loss of 1 on the last rushing play on a handoff to the left side. They're on the left hash. Shotgun. This one's going to be a handoff that gets trounced by the Greyhounds defense. Carried by Martinez, just didn't go anywhere. It'll be third down and about 14
36-yard line.
from the 36. And now flags are flying everywhere. That'll be a false start on Gloucester. It was obvious there was some miscommunication on the offensive line because Northern Burlington was ready to go all the way, and then Gloucester City just kind of lacked back on that one. And
an official timeout.
And now the officials will conference.
In a slight equipment situation.
Looks like a equipment deal on the offensive line, and the official says, you know what, I'll take care of that myself. Weber deep in the shotgun again, about 3 yards behind the center. He'll go for a pass. He'll air it out to Moore. Moore makes the catch, and he is down at the 47.
That brings the ball back well inside the sticks. Those the ball just shy of the 47.
Ryan Moore on the completion. That one definitely changed the course a little bit. They had the false start. They had the 2 runs that didn't go anywhere, and Weber says, I'll just air it out. Moore makes the catch for a gain of about 10 yards, if not more, maybe about 13, 14 yards. Handoff to Martinez, right around the Gloucester G logo at the 50. He gets knocked back a little bit, and that will be very short, so Northern Burlington will get the ball back for their first offensive possession of today's game. That was a very interesting drive there.
First quarter, Burlington will start out first and 10 for midfield.
It was only a 4-play drive because Gloucester never converted for a first down, but it definitely didn't feel like it since it took just over 2.5 minutes to make that drive happen. Now Northern Burlington right on the 50. They'll have their first offensive possession with 3 guys lining up in the I form. We saw Northern Burlington play Oak Lynn last week. And here comes the handoff to the left side. And kind of getting trampled there at the 47.
For the Greyhounds. That's about 4 yards on the play for a Greyhound 2nd and 6.
It appeared that ball was carried by Cole Medeiros, number 34. And remember, for Gloucester on the 85's side, they only allowed 12 points in the entire 9-week regular season. Which, no matter what division it is, you allow 12 points in the entire 9 weeks? I mean, it's otherworldly. Over the left side, taken again,
about 3 or 4 more yards.
And it'll be a gain of just a few yards, but they'll move the ball along. It'll be 3rd down and about mid-range, maybe about 3rd and 4 from the 44.
About 3rd and 4.
From the 44-yard line, 3rd and 4.
15 remaining in the first quarter.
It definitely doesn't feel as cold up here as it is outside. You know, we're used to having to bear the conditions, but Gloucester was nice enough. They have a little heater up here that, or no, I wouldn't say little. I mean, it's a giant heater, but it's definitely some great insulation. Ball comes loose and hit the ground, but it looks like Northern Burlington recovered that one without any problem. So it'll be 4th down and about 5 right from the 45.
Off the fumble, so 4th and 5. Now we have the official timeout here.
So they'll run the clock again.
The equipment check for the coaching staff. And we're back out of work.
But it's definitely not as cold as, at least up here because of the heating and the insulation. Right now it's only 39 degrees. And by the time we get to the end of the festivity, it'll be as low as 36 degrees. The handoff up the middle, as now a flag comes flying in late. We'll see what they call here. Face mask, defensive face mask on Gloucester City. So that'll definitely help Northern Burlington. I mean, you have to remember also, you also have to remember that Gloucester is playing in 3 out of the 4 championship games, and the championship venue is in Gloucester City. Now, it's not the same field that Gloucester City, the Mustangs, where they usually play in terms of the regular home games that they play. They usually play at a different field. I forget exactly where, but in somewhere else in Gloucester City, actually closer to the Walt Whitman Bridge. But, you know, we worked Gloucester City's games in week 3 on behalf of Oak Lynn, and, you know, we kind of had like a converted shipping container, if you will, and did our games from there. Definitely nice people here in Gloucester City. Another handoff to the right side, gets it just past the 25. Carried there by what appears to be number 89. On on Northern Burlington.
They know that on the prior carry for Burlington.
That'd actually be number 88, Jaden Novak. And I've seen, as you can see here, several defenses. I've seen them kind of do this routine where the defensive line takes a knee before the offense gets on the ball. I've never really seen anything like it, to be honest. It is a unique approach, to say the least. Here comes the handoff to the left side. This one will be carried, as it'll be a good carry, at least by 33, Anthony Matisic.
It's a little closer to the line of game. There's a 3rd and about 1 to go.
But really not that many yards to go before Northern Burlington gets another first down. They already got the one from Gloucester City's defensive face mask.
About the 17-yard line.
And they look to avoid that same situation again. Time winding down quickly. No score here in the first. Still just under 3.5 minutes left. 3:15 and counting. This one might be a duel of the defense, if you will. Might not be a high-scoring slugfest, an air raid. And the ball is loose. Burlington picks it up as the carry, carried by KJ Naylor, got swarmed by the Mustangs on the defensive side of the ball. And now they'll set up 4th down. I mean, that was a big loss of yards. Whatever progress Northern Burlington had, whatever momentum they had, has been halted in one way or another. Because that's not what you want to see if you're Northern Burlington. If you're the Greyhounds.
4th and 5 for the Greyhounds here. From about the 21-yard line. We've got around 2:15 remaining in the first quarter.
So 4th and 6 from the 21. Northern Burlington will try to convert here. As out goes Medicic, he'll go for a pass. It is dropped by Naylor, and the ball is turned over. A turnover on downs thanks to the dropped pass from KJ Naylor.
Naylor, the intended receiver for Northern Burlington, incomplete. So the Greyhounds will turn over.
And the Greyhounds fail to get in the end zone. Although they were just outside of their red zone there. They were in prime scoring position, but a bunch of defensive halts prevented that from happening.
Gets the ball back to take another shot at it from about the 20-yard line. First attempt.
First down from the 21. Handoff to the right side. I believe that's Martinez on the carry. Martinez seems to be their primary running back, although, no, Martinez is standing up. We'll see who arises from that pile. It's number 9.
No gain on the play, brings up 2nd and 10. And we have a timeout on the field called by Gloucester. That is their first charged timeout of the half.
Timeout charged by Gloucester. That last carry to the right side by Nyrene Rudolph. Gloucester with their first timeout charged.
Remaining in the first quarter.
We'll keep it right here. 1:39 left in the first quarter of the 85-pound championship game from Gloucester City High School. No score.
Before we get the next playoff, we invite everybody. The 50-50s are going around. So it's up a couple of them. We're at arm's length and walk out here with some walking path. 50-50s going around this side.
2nd down after the timeout. Here comes the snap. It's carried by Rudolph.
Rudolph on the carry.
And he gets it just past the 20-yard line before he's taken down. It'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play, so the Mustangs are still at 3rd and 10.
I mean, if you take a look at the statistics from 2021 for the 85-pound division, Gloucester scored 231 points and only allowed 12. If you put that into a calculator, you could theoretically say that Gloucester City, the Mustangs, scored 19 points for every one that they gave up. Here comes the pass. Deflected and batted away in the air
30-yard line.
Brought down by at least 3 or 4 Greyhound defenders. And they'll line it up on 4th and 10.
That brings up 4th down for Gloucester. Gloucester's electing to go with a punt option here. We'll bring the ball out 25 yards. Out to the 41-yard line for Greyhound, 1st and 10.
So with the Greyhounds getting the ball back, I mean, at least in that case, with them lining it up on offense, they got really close to scoring the last time around. But they just couldn't do it. They were within 20 yards of their end zone. Here comes the handoff to number 88. Which will be Novak. Time is winding down in the first. Just under 30 seconds left.
About the 36-yard line.
And I got to say, once again, I mean, you know, Gloucester allowing 12 points and scoring 231. It's definitely interesting that we will go to the second quarter in a scoreless game.
Wind down before the Greyhounds get out of the huddle. So that's the end of the first quarter. No score after 1.
Don't know if you can see the scoreboard there, but yeah, no score after 1. So we'll take a quick break. We'll join you in the second quarter. No score.
Somebody has their lights on inside the car, like it's been off for like 15 minutes, so I wanted to say something, but if you don't have time, I can get, she has a picture of the lights. J97 Yes, M as in Mark. Yes.
Well, sorry we didn't move the camera in time, but we saw a offside that was very much clear as day. And Northern Burlington will have the ball moved up 5 yards as a result. In fact, is that going to be a first down?
Put the ball right about the 31-yard line of Gloucester City. And that's enough to move the chains for the Northern Burlington first down.
Will be a first down. From the 30. Again, Northern Burlington pretty close to scoring on their first drive. We'll see if they can do it a second time, and now flags fly again. Now it's on Northern Burlington, so it's another case of anything you can do, I can do better. You get a false start penalty, I'll get a false start penalty. It just happens like that. Penalties breed penalties, and that's how it is in football. You might remember the Thanksgiving game from this year with the Cowboys and Raiders. Oh, hold on a second.
New Jersey tag J97FMU. Honda van, Jersey tag J97FMU. Your interior lights are on. You might want to take care of that before they're not.
Here comes the handoff to Novak, or rather to Naylor, and he gets a loss of yards as the sideline for Gloucester City goes ecstatic.
Mac Weber in on the stop for Gloucester.
But yeah, you might remember the Thanksgiving game from just a few nights ago. You know, Cowboys-Raiders. It was 28 penalties in the four-quarter game. And with a father who's a diehard Cowboys fan, you can imagine that 36-33 final score didn't exactly go over well. But, you know, the Thanksgiving NFL games, I had predicted them all three of them correctly. So at least that's a silver lining, if you will. Oh, that's a bit interesting. You saw number 9, I believe that's Rudolph, kind of give a little butt tap to the 17. But here goes Novak on the run, and he gets it inside the Northern Burlington red zone. I wonder if that was some sort of signal from the Gloucester City defense that there was going to be something going on in terms of where you were supposed to move on the play. I don't know if it's just me not paying attention or if it's a deal of in large proportions, but you saw Rudolph tap the right side of Jamal Rhett. I wonder if it was kind of like a get-going signal or a get-started kind of thing. I don't know. But Jamal Rhett is on the defensive end. As you can see, Rudolph almost did it again. Here comes Matisic, going to take it himself to the right side. This one might be a score. He stays on his feet, and inside the 10-yard line, inside the 5-yard line, he's down.
Matisic decided to hang on to it out of the pocket. Looks like he's at about the 4-yard line for first and goal.
From the 4-yard line, first and goal with 7 minutes left in the half. Up the middle, does this get through? It does not. It's probably about 2 yards short. Couldn't tell who carried that, but you can tell that the Greyhounds are going with a scenario and a strategy that's kind of, score now or forever hold your peace. Or in this case, forever hold your points. Second and goal from the 2-yard line. They're closer than ever. They are on the cusp of getting the first touchdown and the first points in the 85-pound championship game. You're watching exclusive coverage on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting from J.A. Lynch Field in Gloucester City. Right on the goal line, all of Northern Burlington's offensive folks huddled up together. Does this break the plane? I believe it does, and Northern Burlington is on the board first. A touchdown from the Greyhounds puts them on top first, celebrating wildly in the end zone, and it's 6-0 Greyhounds here in the second quarter. So they'll attempt the extra point after they scored the touchdown.
Greyhounds setting up for the point after attack.
Handoff.
And over the point after attack.
I think, Gloucester City blocked that, prevented it from happening.
No good.
And Northern Burlington gets on the board first. They rush the ball in on several goal line plays. They get it in on a second try from the 2-yard line. With 6:17 left in the second quarter. From J.A. Lynch Field, it's the Greyhounds 6 and the Mustangs 0 in the 85-pound championship game. So Northern Burlington will kick off from the 40. The kicker, Jaden Novak, looks to his right, looks to his left. They all tap their kneecaps in unison, and this one bounces off the hands of Weber, comes back into Martinez at the 40. He stays on his feet as he tried to be brought down quite aggressively by KJ Naylor, but to no avail at their own 41. They'll line it up again for Gloucester City's offensive possession, their drive. That was definitely an interesting play, but when you see, the quarterback Weber kind of bat the ball up in the air, you're thinking, well, Northern Burlington's going to try to pounce on that, right? Well, they had a lot of room, they had a lot of energy to work with, and a lot of momentum. They had a lot of space as well. So that's why Gloucester retained possession despite the semi-botched kickoff. Handoff to Rudolph to the left side. This one's going to find some room. He can get past number 34, but Novak can't even bring him down, and I think it took KJ Naylor. In fact, it did. It took KJ Naylor Jr. on the left side of the field, just past the 50. It's good enough for a first down regardless, but if you're the Greyhounds, if you're, trying to perform in that manner on defense, you're at least going to be glad that more yards weren't allowed there, because you have to realize with Northern Burlington scoring first versus a team that only gave up 12 points in the entire 9-week regular season, statistically it is definitely unprecedented. Is it impossible? No, because they at least gave up points in the first place. But there were several points this year where there were teams throughout divisions that had not allowed a single point. They had shut out every team that they had faced. It definitely was an interesting spectacle to look at. 1st and 10 from the 45. The handoff to Rudolph again. It looks like Martinez kind of been relegated here in the running back game. This one doesn't really go too far as the whistle is finally blown and the tackle is made at the 46. Maybe a loss of yard, if not neutral gain.
Apparently no gain on the play, so we're going to go with 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs.
Second down and 10 after the first play went nowhere. Handoff, this time again to Nair Rudolph. He's going to get a good run. He's going to shove some people out of his way. Naylor's going to try to bring him down, and he does at the, looks like right around the same spot. So really all that effort, all that drive to move the ball to the left side, move the ball to the right side, really it's not changing much in terms of yardage. Now it's 3rd and 9 as they move the ball up 1 whole yard, and that was it. They're still at the 44. As also now there's 4 minutes remaining in the first half. At halftime, we'll give you our halftime report. And then we'll go along and have 20 more minutes of timed football. Here comes the pass from Weber. He's dropping back. He's under pressure. He's out of the pocket. Here comes the throw. It's broken up, but no, it is caught out there. What a play by Moore, number 23. Moore brings it down. Ryan Moore makes the completion. Is that good enough for a first down? It's going to be 4th down. It won't be good enough for a first, but it'll be 4th and short, 4th and about 2 yards from the 37-yard line. Is now a timeout is charged on the Greyhounds. So after the completion, we'll recoup. Weber's out there. He's all excited. We'll be back with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first half from the 85-pound championship game.
We are in the first installment of 4 championship games today. 100-pound division follows this game.
6-0 Northern Burlington here in the second quarter. They just got charged with their first timeout of the afternoon. Well, it's not even afternoon yet. We still got to wait 30 more minutes for that. But the Greyhounds, they have their first timeout charged. Gloucester City also had their first timeout charged in the first quarter. Northern Burlington ended up overcoming the odds by scoring first thanks to a short run and a short burst of offensive drives. They had gotten close on their first drive but didn't make anything of it. They had been stopped inside of their red zone at the 19-yard line. And now Gloucester will try to run it back again, and holy cow. That is the fastest false start I might have ever seen. I think our camera missed it a little bit, but still. Holy goodness. That was a case that you see sometimes in the NFL as false start everybody but the center. But even then, I think the center moved as well. Oh my goodness. Wow. I mean, I don't mean to ragtag on people specifically, but I think the entire offensive line moved on that one snap.
Brings the ball back to the 42-yard line for the Mustangs.
Now everybody, you have 3 slot receivers right there. They may be lining up for a long pass. Martinez going out for the screen. Pass is broken up. Moore was the intended receiver, but it doesn't go anywhere, and the pass is dropped. So it'll be a first down. Northern Burlington will take the ball. So a turnover on downs, and the Greyhounds have the ball back at the 42.
About 2:34 remaining in the first half.
I gotta say, before the game started, I got myself some, I don't know if you want to call it brunch or whatever, but when you're doing 11 hours of play-by-play broadcasting, you kind of need to spend some money, spend some cash so that you're not going home hungry. So I picked up a pulled pork sandwich from the snack stand. Definitely was very good. I don't know where they got the rolls from, but it was definitely very good rolls, very good pulled pork. You know, I'm a pulled pork enthusiast. Look at Naylor. Naylor is nailing down the defense, and he gains 3 yards on that run. 2nd and 7 from the 45.
A little bit of public file down there. Second down and about 6 yards to go.
In fact, they got even further than the 45. It's marked down after forward progress at the 46-yard line. Handoff to Novak, who gets about 2 yards on that as well. It won't be good for a first down by a country mile. And now a timeout is charged against Gloucester. Gloucester charged with their second timeout. Still 6-0. Northern Burlington with about 1 minute and 35 seconds remaining in the first half. Oh boy, it's getting spicy here in Gloucester at J.A. Lynch Field. 6-0, Northern Burlington on top. Well, for the team that charged a timeout, Northern Burlington seems like they took longer than Gloucester City to get their affairs in order. 3rd and 4 from the 47. This will be handed off. Novak has it. Novak's going to run. Martinez can't get him. And he is downed.
He is finally brought down at the Gloucester 39-yard line, so that's going to be enough to...
And now just under 90 seconds.
Greyhound first down.
And now a timeout again, this time on Northern Burlington. Each has 1 remaining in the first half.
Second first timeout of the half. 1:24 remaining.
From the 39, this one's handed, and there's a flag flying in from behind the offensive line. We'll see what they call.
Jason White on the carry for Northern Burlington. And we have a hold on the offense, so that ball's coming back.
So they'll knock this one back after a Northern Burlington holding call.
And a 10-yard walk-off from the spot of the foul. Bring it back out on the logo. Somewhere in the neighborhood of the 48.5, 49-yard line. And Northern Burlington's facing a first and a bus ride.
First and 20 from the 49. Not the easiest hurdle for Northern Burlington to get up to. Maybe if you're facing a basement-dwelling 85-pound team, then maybe it will be easier. But when you're playing the Great Wall of China, as I've seen, the Gloucester City Mustangs, this is not going to be an easy task. Here we go. He gets a few yards, but that's about it. And honestly, even if Gloucester doesn't score, if they hold Northern Burlington to nothing more, and a timeout now by Northern Burlington. Northern Burlington really utilizing their timeouts well. They're not letting them go to waste. You're guaranteed a few, you're going to be given a few. Uh-oh. Hold the phone here. Our camera seems to have frozen. Handoff to the right side. You made it just in time. KJ Naylor gets to the 30-yard line.
28-yard line. Just enough to move the chains for a Greyhound.
Maybe that run from a 1st and 20 was worth it after all. They're actually going to be able to convert on this for a first down. Hold the phone. We're going to adjust the camera real quick.
Every timeout again called by Northern Burlington. That is their fourth and final timeout of the half.
So Northern Burlington was charged with their final timeout. Yeah, I actually didn't even know until a few weeks ago that you could have 4 timeouts in the WJYFL, which I do think is a little much, but regardless, though, it works out, at least in some capacity. First down from the 28. Ball is loose, or at least at worst a low snap, and Novak takes that one out with no problem and stops the clock in the meantime. 23.3 seconds left.
To get his way out of bounds about the 22-yard line. I see about 2nd and 4 here. Just outside 23 seconds remaining in the first half.
Second and about 4, the handoff. This time he won't be able to get it out of bounds, so the clock will run, and now a timeout is called on Gloucester. Wow.
Timeout on the field, I believe. Or no?
I'm a little surprised. Oh, no, they're going to let it run. Okay. They gave him a little bit of time to set up the play. Now with 10 seconds and counting, they'll have time for one more play. They're going to run it,
Stays in the middle.
and they won't get very far, and that will end the first half.
That is the end of the first half.
6-0 Northern Burlington leads at the end of 2 quarters. We'll be back in a few minutes with our halftime report and the second half from the 85-pound championship game here in Gloucester City High School.
Lady Mustang cheerleaders. Once again, we got a full slate of youth football championships here today, ladies and gentlemen. The 100-pound division will be playing following this matchup, so they're on deck. In the middle of warm-ups, we'll have Belmar playing Gloucester for the 100-pound championship following the conclusion of this game. Kickoff at 1.
Well, we're here from halftime from Gloucester City. Northern Burlington leads the Mustangs 6-0. The only score coming on a late goal line rush to the touchdown for 6 points for the Greyhounds. Obviously, this has been a low-scoring game between two teams that don't allow a lot of points, plain and simple. Gloucester allowed 12 points during the regular season, as we said many times before. You know, during a 9-week regular season, you don't really expect to give up 12 points. As we had said, for every point that Gloucester scored, that was 19 points that they had scored versus every one that they had allowed. Now, for Northern Burlington, they had scored just about the same number of points that Gloucester did, but they gave up 33 points. So it does kind of put things in perspective, if you will, as to what will be going on later on in this game in the second half. But at the end of the day, we will have a championship crown. We will have 4 titles today during this 11-hour broadcast. It's going to be an interesting one. Northern Burlington and Gloucester City, we got about 20 seconds left in halftime. We'll point the camera back at the field. And we hope you enjoyed the second half of today's broadcast.
We're just about ready to get the second half underway in this 85-pound matchup between Northern Burlington and Gloucester. Northern Burlington up by 6.
I think what's really interesting is that Gloucester is involved in 3 out of the 4 championship games. The only one that is not involving Gloucester is the 1:15 game between Bordentown and Belmar. Everybody else has at least some sort of home field advantage. I mean, honestly, just looking at the crowd, it looks like there's more people on Northern Burlington's side than on Gloucester's side. But when you have them playing in the 100-pound game and the 140-pound game, you kind of have a bit of a better reason to stick around. We got some wind blowing in our faces. That cold, crisp 40-degree wind. Definitely not ideal for this case, but you deal with it like you do. Gloucester will kick off. Martinez on the kick. Goes past the first line of Greyhound defenders. It's picked up by number 5, Adam Abuissa, and now a flag comes flying in. We'll see what they call this one.
On the return for Northern Burlington. We'll take a look at the call here.
It's like a holding.
And we have a hold
Yep.
charged to the return team.
Holding on the returning Northern Burlington Greyhounds. So they'll line this one up 10 yards back from where they ended up being tackled there. As the referees try to work everything out, they'll back it up 10 yards.
10-yard walk-off, so Northern Burlington's going to start out.
So already
at their own
a bit of a
27-yard
deficit
line.
to start the second half for Northern Burlington. Not an ideal situation in any means. They'll line it up from the 27, 1st and 10. The handoff to the right side, and kind of fooled me a little bit, and it doesn't really go anywhere.
Set back to the 25-yard line. That'll be
Second down. Really no gain on that one. It'll remain 2nd and 10. You're watching exclusive coverage, if you're just joining us, of the 85-pound championship game in the West Jersey Youth Football League on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. If you'd like to contribute to our broadcasts that we do with football in the fall, wrestling in the winter, although that's just public address. Might be having some hockey obligations coming up in the next couple of months, but baseball in the spring, and soccer and football in the summer and fall. As here comes a handoff to KJ Naylor. We'll hold that little advertisement for a few seconds from now. From the 44-yard line, Greyhound fans are going crazy on the far side of the field as they move the ball up at least 10, 15 yards, if not more. Regardless, it's good enough for a Greyhounds first down.
You get folks, stop on down to the snack stand, get yourself something hot to eat and drink. Now we have a whistle prior to the snap. False start on the offense. They go to 48, that should, or 43 rather. That's to back them up to about the 37, give or take.
Hold on, folks, they're trying to fix the camera a little bit.
1st and 15 for the Greyhounds.
It is really difficult to adjust this camera. It doesn't like to budge much. Sometimes I have to hold it with my left hand and commentate in my right hand. With the microphone in the right hand, it's difficult. But it is a one-man operation after all. The handoff, this one's going off to the left, and that one's taken down for another loss.
Around the 36-yard line. Rudolph in on the stop for Gloucester.
That will have to do for now in some capacity. My apologies for that. Camera work is a little shaky.
36, 2nd and long for Northern Burlington.
Off to the left, Naylor, another huge loss. Mustangs going crazy. Giant stops here for Gloucester. And in a game where you're down by just 6 points, all of those plays do mount up to something special. If Gloucester gets the ball back in any capacity, it'll most likely be on Northern Burlington's side of the field, and they'll be ever closer to scoring that touchdown to tie the game. I mean, this isn't some 48-38 slugfest. This is a duel of the defenses.
Clock on the move, about 6:15 remaining in the third quarter.
Just over 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Ball's loose. Greyhounds pick it up. Headed off by Matisic. To the right side. Ball comes loose again for a second time. Who has it? I think the Greyhounds recover. I don't think it'll matter, honestly, because of how much of a loss that is. And Northern Burlington maintains possession, but holy cow, what an intense play. 2 fumbles on 1 carry. Although one wasn't really the quarterback's fault. The second one could be considered that.
And Northern Burlington is electing for the punt option.
They're going to punt this one. Oh, it's not going to be a punt. Okay. Well, we heard the...
Comes out to midfield, so Gloucester will start once again on offense, 1st and 10 the other way for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I think Northern Burlington did that earlier in the first half, and I either didn't notice it or it kind of turned a blind eye to it. But I believe in the 85-pound division, if you wish to punt, you just kind of bring the ball to midfield. That's kind of how it works, I guess. But I think, again, that's only something that applies in the 85-pound division due to this being more of a pee-wee football kind of thing. At least for the 85s. And now flags are everywhere. This is going to be a false start on Gloucester.
So it's going to back them up to their own 45-yard line for 1st and 15. With about 5:25 remaining in the third quarter.
Handoff. I think the ball got loose there, but they will call a second down.
About a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd and 16.
Second and 16 from the 44. Oh, a little Statue of Liberty to Rudolph to the left side. I don't think Matisic can bring him down. It's past the 50. It's not anywhere close to a first down in a country mile, but it's at least progress. It's at least somewhere for Gloucester City to fall back on. And they will line it up from the 48. So now 3rd and 8 from the 48. Not going to be an easy task. From just outside of the 50. From just inside the 50. Handoff. Way back in the shotgun was Martinez, who gets a few yards out of that and advances the ball to the 44-yard line. It won't be enough for a first down, but they'll be at best a bit more favorable in their odds of getting a first down. It'll be 4th and 4 from the 44. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 6-0. Northern Burlington on top. Gloucester City trailing by 1 possession. To the right side, Rudolph has it again. He's pulled by the helmet. Finally, the flag gets called. They were looking for a face mask, and they got it at the sideline. Rudolph is down, but that was a very clear as day face mask. And that's a face mask on Northern Burlington.
From the spot of the foul, my mistake. We are first and 10 Mustangs.
So Gloucester City will have a first down following the defensive face mask.
31-yard line. 2:49 remaining in the third quarter.
Handoff. Off to the right side. This one could be trouble. And he gets taken down inside the 30. I don't know why my camera won't go down.
27-yard line. Matthews. No. Okay. Martinez in on the stop for Gloucester.
I don't know why my camera keeps freezing, guys. It's a weird situation. It's always so frustrating. I put in all this hard work and ends up having something go wrong with it. Here comes the handoff to the left side with Rudolph. He's going to really swift across the field. He broke a few tackles in the meantime, and now within 2 minutes of the third quarter, Gloucester City is the closest they've been to scoring all afternoon.
Rudolph on the carry. Sorry. And the equipment situation here. Rudolph with the block on that last carry does bring up third down. Falls about the 29-yard line.
Now they're going to call a timeout here.
Timeout on the field. This will be an official timeout.
Now we're going to see what in the world is going on here. This is an unusual situation. I know at some point they had stopped the clock so that Rudolph could have his shoe tied. Or at least that's what it appeared like. I don't know what the second timeout was for.
And no time has been added to the clock. Just outside 59 seconds remaining.
And they'll run this play with 55 seconds left. Handed off by Martinez. Chase Martinez. Martinez with a good run. He gets it to the 30 and he gets pushed out of bounds at the 25.
Right at about the 25-yard line. Just outside 45 seconds remaining. Looks like 4th and 4 from up here, folks. And off in the backfield. I think we've got a face mask on the defense coming.
Well, we just missed that whole play because our camera decided to stop working.
There's Master Northern Burlington, so that should be enough to move the chains for a hometown first down.
So Gloucester City does get the first down, but oh boy, this is an unusual situation. The flag was called. Again, my camera is frozen up and it doesn't want to work. Because that's our luck this afternoon, isn't it? We put in all this hard work for it all to falter at the worst possible time. So again, if you're watching,
it'll be first and 10 Gloucester from the 13-yard line.
Can we try this again, shall we? Handoff. Flag comes flying in for Rudolph, who's going to run it to the left side. Naylor's going to try to bring him down, and he does at the 10. What's the flag for? It's on Gloucester. Looks like a holding call on Gloucester. So right now I'm holding the camera. Doesn't want to work.
Ball's coming back to the 23-yard line after the offensive hold penalty. First and long, Mustangs.
So the holding penalty will hurt Gloucester in some capacity. As the time winds down, they're taking their sweet time with 10 seconds left in the quarter. Running down to 6 seconds. They're running out of time. Do they not know how? They're... Oh, hold on. A false start on Gloucester. They didn't have time on the clock. They had waited so long to snap.
There is a false start on Gloucester. We're just going to go to the fourth quarter here, folks. After 3, Northern Burlington 6, Gloucester no score.
So they'll move the ball to the other side of the field. At least we think.
Untimed down.
Okay, so basically what they're going to do to end the quarter is they're going to have an untimed down for Gloucester. No, they won't.
That's the end of the quarter.
So now they're changing their minds. And we will go to the fourth. A duel of the defenses here in Gloucester for the first of 4 games here from J. Ayland Field. It's the Northern Burlington Greyhounds 6 and the Gloucester City Mustangs 0.
At this point, as we are entering the fourth quarter, we're going to make last call for 50-50. You get them down at the snack stand this time. Last call for 50-50. Down at the snack stand.
First and 25 from the 28-yard line, and Northern Burlington wraps up the Gloucester offensive side of the ball and makes it second and yeah, it's about second and 26. Not exactly the most ideal situation in the world. Oh, look who's under pressure. It's Weber, and he's taken down by Nate Matisich. Are you kidding me? What a play from the Northern Burlington defense. They put the quarterback under pressure. They gave him some hard hits. And this is, I've mentioned country mile a few times. Yeah, this is about third in a country mile. I mean, holy cow. How did the tides change?
Once again, last call at the snack stand for the 50-50s. Last call at the snack stand for the 50-50s, folks. Now you're down there, reach up something hot to feed you here. A little chilly out there.
Here comes the throw. Weber was in the shotgun, but he waited too long, and he's sacked again.
In the backfield by the Greyhounds.
Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Northern Burlington, their defense has decided to turn on the Jets in the last couple of minutes. That will be number 4, Henry Belankic. Now a timeout is on Gloucester.
That is their first charge timeout in the second half.
Oh boy, 6-0 Northern Burlington, 7:29 left in the fourth.
Once again, you can catch the podcast on this game on the Dan Wilkins Show on YouTube.
That's me.
So look it up via WJYFL 85-Pound Championship. Live stream, live feed, podcast, whatever they call it this week.
Well, you heard the public address announcer for Gloucester. If you're just joining us, you're watching exclusive coverage of the West Jersey Youth Football League's Championship Weekend.
Very fourth down situation here.
So I don't think I've ever seen this before. 4th and 40. With 7.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Desperation for Gloucester. As Weber will go back to pass. Rudolph gets the pass knocked away. Gloucester's looking for pass interference. Rudolph is down on the field.
And the receiver is shaken up on the play.
Rudolph went for the catch. Northern Burlington and Gloucester's coach headed out to assist him. As I think everybody in this Gloucester City stand was looking for a flag that was not meant to be. There was definitely a collision. There was a collision between, couldn't tell who it was, but a defensive back and Rudolph, defensive back for the Greyhounds. and some very, very adamantly upset spectators.
Here, as the coaching staff and then some are attending to the injured player. We have 7:23 remaining in the fourth quarter.
I mean, that's obviously just a rough situation, a no-win situation, if you will, for Gloucester with number 9, Nyreen Rudolph. He basically got knocked down hard on that play. I mean, he still hasn't gotten back up with Gloucester coaches and staff pertaining to him. Hope Nyreen is okay. You know, we had this.
The player is being tended to. The ball has been spotted at the 42-yard line.
We had a 60-pound championship game that was not broadcast. I kind of got here in the middle of it in the second quarter. It was between Gloucester and Palmyra. Well, Palmyra shut out Gloucester 24-0. As some premature applause started. Rudolph still hasn't gotten up, really hoping that he's okay. That was a rough hit. We got it all in the footage. I mean, he was hit very, very hard. Never a situation that that bodes well. We had a situation, and it was week 3. It was in Gloucester City at their youth fields, the Mark Ryan Field. Where A.J. Nopka, defensive back for Oakland's 140-pound team, had gotten his shoulder dislocated in the middle of a play. He basically got thrown down by a Gloucester City wide receiver. At Rudolph getting up, he'll walk it off down the sideline.
We're going to get back underway. 7:23 remaining in the fourth quarter. We are first and 10. Northern Burlington, number 42.
So I think that was really a humbling moment where everybody was a bit ticked off about what had happened on the field, but then you have to put those players first that, you know, they're playing it for the love of the game. They're not playing it for the sake of any gain. Here we go. Beatty trying to get him down. And now he's going the wrong way. KJ going the wrong way, but he's still going to get a sweep that, I mean, wow, the silver lining there. He only lost maybe 2 yards. At worst, KJ Naylor Jr. And now a timeout called. Or excuse me, there's another Gloucester player injured.
Shaken up on that last exchange at around the 46-yard line.
But yeah, we had A.J. Nopka in week 3 who had his shoulder dislocated on a play. That was in Gloucester that had happened. And it was about a 20 to 25 minute delay. And there had to be a Virtua Health ambulance transported to the field, which was difficult because you had this packed parking lot of people, and you had to get the ambulance onto the field. You couldn't just park it off-site. Had to put him on a stretcher. Hopefully he'll be playing some more football for Audubon High School next year. But the WJYFL has this clause, if you will. It was a clause where if you're in your freshman year of high school, you can still play in the WJYFL if you're on an existing team. I mean, there are several freshmen for Audubon High School for my hometown team that do play varsity.
Liam Bissinger shaking up on that last play for Gloucester.
So 6:47 left in the fourth quarter.
And after all that Keystone top action in the backfield, Northern Burlington is only second and 13.
I mean, wow, KJ Naylor, talk about defying the odds. I mean, he had gone back about 10 to 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage and then rallied back to maybe be 2 or 3 yards back,
For the Greyhounds now.
really making the best out of an unwinnable situation. I really thought he was going to try to break the line of scrimmage, and holy cow! Look at that tackle from Weber! Weber brought him down! Holy cow! Macklin Weber, the starting quarterback for the 85 Mustangs.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I do have the winning 50-50.
More looking like J.D. Von Clowney out there.
So get your 50-50 tickets out.
3rd and 17 from the 36. With 6 minutes left.
Tickets out. The winning number is 4, 6, 9, 6, 9, 1. 4, 6, 9, 6, 9, 1 is the winning 50-50 number. Please stop at the snack stand for your payout.
And here we go, Matisic, left side to the 40. He's going to get a few extra yards. It will be a 4th down.
Matisic on the carry for the Greyhounds.
Matisic gets about maybe 8 yards. It'll still be 4th and about maybe 7 or 8. Timeout on Gloucester. 4th and 7 from the 44-yard line. Oh boy, it's getting feisty here in Gloucester. 6-0, Northern Burlington.
6, 9, 6, 9, 1. The stop to the snack, stop over to the snack stand for your payout. Coming up following the conclusion of this 85-pound championship, we're going to have the 100-pound championship beginning at roughly 1 o'clock with Belmar and Gloucester. Stay tuned.
Back in action at the 44-yard line. 4th and 7. If Gloucester stops them here, they'll have the best chance they've had all day. As now a flag comes in. Matisic will be short, but what is the flag for?
We're going to take a look at the call.
False start on Northern Burlington.
Penalty is declined. 1st and 10 the other way, Mustang ball.
So the Mustangs will get the ball back. Just over 5 minutes left.
Ball is being spotted exactly at midfield.
And this one is right at the 50, so, oh boy.
Remaining in the fourth quarter. Rudolph rejoining the offense for Gloucester.
From midfield. Handoff
Handoff stays in the middle.
to Martinez. Gets about a yard, if anything.
It's on the opposite 49-yard line now. 2nd and 9, Mustangs.
Handoff. Look at Rudolph going again. He's going to go to the left side. He's going to get a good carry. How far does he go? He goes to the 31. He gets taken down, and easily they'll move the chains for a 1st down, Gloucester City. as the home side crowd having some intense emotion here in the grandstands. They're going to line it up again. They want to keep this rolling. They want to keep the momentum as fresh and hot as possible. Macklin Weber flips it back to Chase Martinez. He'll go to the right side. He's behind the line of scrimmage. He breaks a few tackles. Matisic brings him down. He'll get about 3 to 4 yards of a gain. But really, the Mustangs hurrying up the ball and keeping that momentum fresh, not letting it stale, is going to be huge going forward. Oh, heavens. They're going to do it again. Flipped back. Back to Nair Rudolph. Wait a second. Here he goes. He's inside the 25, and he's taken down. Oh, are you kidding me? We'll see where they mark this as we kind of have a bit of a lull once again.
This will be third down and maybe about a yard to go.
Third and, oh boy, it's third and very short from the 23. They'll go back in the huddle for the first time in 3 plays. This could be the turning point with 3.5 minutes left. You never know. Deep in the backfield is Martinez. Martinez is going to take it to the right side. He breaks a tackle. He can't get out from the grasp of the number 23, which would be looking on our roster. That would be Gregory Saban. And that'll be number, Anthony Matisic. Yeah, it looked like number 33 there. Matisic making a lot of tackles on defense. To the left, Nair Rudolph. Not really running at full speed, and he gets taken down, and now Northern Burlington gets the ball back. They had that last chance to get it going, and they just didn't. They were very short. It didn't look like Nair Rudolph was running at 100%. And now it's crunch time. Gloucester only has 2 timeouts yet, or 2 timeouts left, excuse me. And Northern Burlington has all of their timeouts left. So if Gloucester City wants to kind of stop the defense, not only do they have to make good tackles and allow minimum yardage, if not, stopping the ball for a loss every single time, they're going to have to at least burn some of those timeouts to prevent the Greyhounds from running down the clock. The handoff right up the middle doesn't go anywhere. And now Gloucester will call their third timeout. There are 4 that you can use in the WJYFL, so don't think they're out of timeouts. They really have 1 left. But with the program that we use scorecount.com to put those numbers up on the board for you, like the fourth quarter and the score, everything like that.
That's outside 2.5 remaining in the fourth quarter.
They'll run it again. 2 minutes and 31 seconds left. In regulation, 6-0. Northern Burlington leading over the undefeated Gloucester Mustangs. And a hard hit ball comes out, and Gloucester has it. Mustangs got it. A hard hit on Northern Burlington. In fact, it knocked down their player. I think the Greyhounds defender got hit so hard he got knocked down. Oh boy. That play went from nothing to everything as, oh my, wow.
We're going to hold time here as the injured players attended to.
A lot of injuries in the fourth quarter. We saw Nair Rudolph be down for 10-15 minutes. Maybe not 10 minutes, but time moves really slow when you have these kind of situations. But You know, look, this is youth football. These kids are 6 to 8 years old, but they're playing like they're in. You know, they're playing like they're in the NFL. They're playing with intensity. They're playing with passion. They're playing with a heck of a lot of spirit.
Folks, let's have a hand for Jaden Novak. He's being tended to out on the field for Northern Burlington. Picking up on that last play.
So Jaden Novak gets up.
I could be mistaken, folks, but I thought I heard some cowbells out there on the Gloucester side. I need more cowbells! I got a big one.
See, I was thinking of the exact same joke, and then it got stole out of my hands. Somebody, the public address announcer, made the Christopher Walken, I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. You see, yeah, this is where my sense of humor gets matched. It gets matched here. 2:24 left. 1st and 10 for Gloucester after the turnover on the fumble. Now Gloucester's pointing at their players as the clock winds. The throw from Weber is over everybody's head. Moore with the intended receiver.
Beyond the intended receiver. We've got a Gloucester player shaking up on the...
And now another player shaking up. I think that's Weber.
Slow to return to his feet, but he is back up. Incompletion brings up 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball sitting on the 33-yard line still.
So Weber gets back up. He'll have to be on the sideline because the clock was stopped for that play.
$2.18 on the board in the boys.
Ball's loose to the right side. Nyrian Rudolph gets maybe a yard or two.
Gets it up to the 31-yard line. Between 31 and 32. Looks like a 1-yard pickup. So 3rd and 9.
Here comes the handoff. Weber breaks the tackle. Is he going to try to pass? He's not past the line of scrimmage yet. He might have gotten neutral gain on that. That might have been about it. But Northern Burlington is pumped. If they are able to stop this, timeout again by Gloucester. Again, Northern Burlington has all their timeouts left. They do not want to give Gloucester that opportunity. But if the Greyhounds stop the Gloucester defense, or rather the Gloucester offense, if they're able to make that stop, then we will have our 2021 85-pound champion. But it's not done yet. Still about 90 seconds left from what I can see.
Oh, we got it.
Oh, that was an accident. Hold on. We had the screen up for when we made broadcast graphics screens for whoever wins the championship. So that was up for a split second by accident. My apologies. I was just making sure I had them both. So if Gloucester wins, you'll see Gloucester City Mustangs on the bottom of your screen. If Northern Burlington wins, you'll see their name on the screen. You know the drill. 90 seconds left. Weber, one last chance. Does he go to pass? Yes, he does. Moore's wide open, but he dropped it. Moore dropped it. Hard break for the Mustangs. Are you kidding me? Northern Burlington left Moore wide open, and Moore dropped the ball. He dropped the pass.
Ball sitting at the 33-yard line.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Greyhounds.
Are you kidding me? That was... See, I'm thinking in my head, I I really messed up with accidentally showing the graphic, and then Ryan Moore, the intended receiver, lets the ball slip out of his hands, and here comes the handoff. Up the middle. Whistle still not blown. Wait, was the ball loose? Oh, are you kidding me? I think Gloucester got the ball back.
Let's take a look here.
They're trying to conference and see who has the ball.
This is our signal on second down, so Northern Burlington does hang on to the ball from the 35-yard line. This will be about 2nd and 7.
Now a minute left. Northern Burlington still has the ball in their possession, by the way. Now they're making some really late substitutions. Matisic under center. They're trying to take their time. I think the ball was loose again. Wait a second. Oh no, it was just a simple downed tackle there.
No gain on the play.
From the 35 again, 33 seconds left. They don't have enough time to wind down the clock entirely or take a knee. But Northern Burlington will meet. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty sure Gloucester still has one timeout left. So why are they not using it? Are they reserved to a loss? We shall see. Handoff. And the Northern Burlington Greyhounds are your 2021 85-pound champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, final score. Northern Burlington 6, Gloucester no score. Your 2021
There we go. There's the right one.
West Jersey Youth Football League 85-pound champion, Northern Burlington.
The Northern Burlington Greyhounds. 2021 champs. Gloucester City was undefeated going into the semifinals and the playoff games. They defeated their semifinal opponent with ease and then ran into the Northern Burlington Greyhounds. We saw them play last week in Mansfield in Northern Burlington as a part of the semifinal against Oak Lynn. And now the Greyhounds are on top.
We'll just go to Northern Burlington. This got to the teams. If you read at the north end zone for the trophy presentation and pictures. But we cannot allow any parents onto the field surface. Teams only up to the north end zone for trophy presentation and pictures. But parents can take pictures from the outside of the field service. We know parents permitted on the field.
The Northern Burlington Greyhounds, if you're just joining us, are your 2021 85-pound champions. They defeated Gloucester at their home turf 6-0. A low-scoring game. The third touchdown allowed by Gloucester the entire season ended up being the one that mattered the most.
I have someone driving. Thank you.